Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching this. Frisco in Tokyo coming at you with some more Slime Rancher. Session 2, where the stakes are higher and the knowledge of what the heck we're supposed to be doing is 50% less. That worked out better in my head. I was thinking, I had the whole thing in my head, and then it fell apart at the last minute, as these things so often tend to do. It is Monday. Why is it Monday? I don't know. We've also we're okay. Good. We can continue now. I forget who we were. Beatrice. I think we're Beatrice. That's right. Okay. Mochi Miles hasn't spoken to her father in years. Oh, okay. So we've got a pronoun for Mochi Miles. And it is a her. And I've just started the game, and already the PS4 sounds like it's approaching takeoff velocity. So that's, gonna be a thing. Gonna cross our fingers that it's not gonna be a explosive thing. Also, okay, so we got pink slimes. And got any activations for us? Ogden or Thor? Let's do Ogden. Ogden's Party Punch. 1 part pogo fruit juice, 1 part's pickled pear juice, 2 parts Starfire rum gets you dancing. How do I do that? Carrots. We need 11 carrots, 3 heart dealies, and 5 berry dealies. Okay. We could do that. I think are we growing carrots? We're growing something. I think we're growing hardy things. There we are. We got hardy things. We're gonna shoot some stuff. Just get rid of stuff, I guess. There we go. Slimes go everywhere. Have fun. Enjoy. Pogos. All the pogos. Good, good, good. And then what else? We needed pogos, we needed carrots. Fudge. How did I lose the giant board already? Pogos, carrots, and pears. So, put you in here first. Can I don't know what I just did, but I unlocked an achievement. Something's omnivorous. So good for us, I guess. Carrots. Where would I find these lovely, delicious carrots? Did we plant any carrots? Do we have a place to plant? We got chicos. And the chicos are great, but chicos are not carrots, so clearly. So we need to find those. Hey, Rock Lord. There, you can eat that. Good for you. Good with the eating. Carrots. If I was a carrot, where would I be? In hell. That's where carrots belong. By the way. No, that's not true. I actually like carrots. They're delish. Do I not have like a floaty device? A device that lets me float? I want some... These are cats. I do not want cats. I want rocks. You are a large rock. I cannot pick you up. You are Chico. I have no need for Chicos. I have a need for carrots. And beets. We needed heartbeats. Did I notice the pun last episode? I should have done. It's right there. The pun? Heartbeats? Because the hearts beat? That's the thing that hearts do? Okay, we got cats. We do have Rockies. So let's get some of the... No, you jerk. I wanted rocks. And I will take these rocks. Pyong! You are not what I need. Rocco? Thank you. The rock is mine! But the carrots are not. Where, if I were a carrot, where would I hide? Treasure pod is locked. Well, I didn't need it. Who needs a treasure pod? Not me. I need effing carrots and rocks. You are... They're all very angry. Just, like, could you not, though? I don't think it's asking too much if you could just not. And maybe give me 11 carrots. Have we even seen carrots? Do carrots exist? In this ecosystem? That is a door. It is locked. Well, Fubar. That's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. That's also not helpful. Oh, fudge! No, come back here, Rocklore! Oh, I do not want you to die. I am very sorry. I did not mean to accidentally almost kill you. Look, these things happen when you're flying by the seat of your pants or skirt, which I'm not flying by the seat of either right at the moment, if we're going to be perfectly honest. Carrots? No. Not carrots. Why do you tease me? There is a giant cat. I must feed that cat, but I cannot feed the cat slurps. And by slurps, I mean... That's not what I want. No, wait, I can't. I keep on getting rid of my poor rock lords. There. The rock slime is mine, not the tabby slime. I do not want you. I have no desire for your tabbiness right now, or your crabbiness. I have only desire for carrots. And that's a chicken. Chickens are... May not realize this, but chickens are extremely not carrots. I know, it's very strange, but the truth of the matter, the 100% truth of the matter is that chickens are not in fact carrots, and we are not in fact going to survive. And that's bad. I'm big on survival. That is a door. Well, fuck. That's right, I said it. Well, fudge. Where... I know we've seen carrots. I know we have seen carrots. We've seen things that you would not believe. Crumbs. Crapola, even. I would like to produce... I cannot. You are locked. Fudge. You are more... Crumbs? Double crumbs. That's locked. Well, friends, I am lost. I have no idea what we have done or what we are doing, which, I mean, you know, that's its own form of fun. It is, in a way, fun, but it's not the fun that gets us carrots. Chickos? Hello, chickos. Carrots? Carrots? Thank you. Good. Evil chickos. More. I need 11 of these effing carrots. And time is wasting. Time is burning through the heavens like a burning thing that burns. And I don't respect that. Time, I do not respect you. Us! Hive! How are you? I'm looking for carrots. It's very confusing. I know they existed at some point. These are pogo fruits. They are not carrots. So I'm feeding these pogo fruits to, oh, we got a trophy. It's a catch. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope that life is treating you with undue kindness. And also due kindness, because you deserve it. Pyong! If I were a carrot, where would I hide? And I don't actually have an answer to that. I do have square fruit, though. Those are not the fruit that I was looking for. Hive, the game taunts me. The game knows that I am looking for very specific objects, and it will not give them to me. Like a jerk, honestly. As its wont. Okay. Well, I hope that its want is good and delightful. And is not frustrating and or / evil. Mostly because the evil sucks. I feel pretty secure in making that statement. Get away from my carrots. I will not throw any penalties? I will not throw any penalties on you for using the contractive its and not the possessive its. I have set my English teaching life behind me. And I receive no benefit, neither material nor emotional, from thumbing my nose at English typing mistakes. Yes, the iPhone is kind of craptacular in that regard. No, why are you cats so angry? Cats, why are you so fucking angry? What did I do to you? They are very angry things. Holy shit! We are about to die. Run? Nisco, just run. These slimes have almost fucked up your shit. Danger slimes. Okay, just dash. No, 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 no! Fudge! Oh my god, we lost all of our stuff! Oh! I am turning them into a product. Slimes are a product to push. I'm a slime addict. Oh shit, I've got a head rush. I don't think that's how that works, but I'd have to ask Zach De La Roca. We got straight up murder-fied, and that means that, like, we wasted all of that collection? Pyong! Oh, and we had heartbeats right here. Fudge. Well, darn it. My ranching skills are gonna make you squirm, Wiggle Worm. Mochi, that's a little bit, like, I don't feel comfortable in that kind of relationship with you right now. But I guess we're stuck. With it? Oh, fudge. You are a jerk. You are tar slime. Nobody likes tar slimes. What better time to have a consent refresher course? I mean, you're not wrong. To everybody watching on the VODs at home, don't fuck around without consent. There is nothing cooler and or sexier than consent. Get permission. Make sure that it remains enthusiastically given. Remember that consent can be revoked at any time. And you might think that sucks, but kind of tough shit. What is with all the tar? Okay? Why do we have so many tar? We might have to buy an incinerator, and I feel kind of bad about that, but I feel like it might be the answer. Now, we need a couple of rock plorts. What is with the tars? Like, they just suddenly are all over the fucking map? And I don't like that. We need rock plorts, 1 rock plort and 2 phosphorus plorts. And I know where to get those, so we're gonna go about doing that. Oh, now there's carrots. Oh, it's Des! Could a 5-year-old do this game? How complex is it so far? It's not... I don't know, like... I feel like a 5-year-old could bop around in it, but it does seem like there's a fair amount of systems. Like setting up for trading of the plorts on the plort market and things like that, that might be a little bit confusing to a young kid. At the very least, they feel fairly confusing to me. No, why did you attack me? Also, Des, how are you doing? I hope that life is being kind to you. I hope there's no particular strife in your life at the moment. Did I get that plort? I did get the plort. Good. Now, I don't need any pink plorts. He's doing a farming sim and not doing much at all, just exploring in it. Driving around but not actually doing his farm. Like, if that's enough for him, then he might find some fun in Slime Rancher. Because, to be honest, that's kind of what I'm doing. Thank you. That is what I was looking for. I need this rock plort. No, you fucker! You ate my... It ate my rock plort! Oh! No, you jerk! You have eaten my rock plorts! Rock Largo? No, don't attack me. I'm trying to feed you. I am trying to give you the carrot, the sustenance that you crave and or deserve. Probably doesn't deserve it, but definitely craves it. Oh, this thing ate my rock plort too? They're just jerks. They are devouring the plorts that I need. I desperately need these rock plorts. So I'm like, are you actually gonna spray your field and make some money? Oh, this is as a question to the child, because I'm not doing a very good job with spraying my field and or making money. Why is it whenever I need a particular type of plort, they fuck right off? He wanted to do bug snacks, but I said it was too complex and has a lot of reading of menus, etc. And he's still learning to read. Okay. I mean, I feel like a lot of this is... I mean, there's reading in this, but there's also a not small amount of, like, picture cues, if that makes sense. Please, give me a rock plort. I desire it. I have a desire for this rock plort. That is a pink... Oh shit! That's a rock plort! Got it. Woohoo! Like, the sales board is all, like, picture icons. The trading boards are picture icons. So, even without the reading, I think could do, like, simple matching. I do wonder if walking sims might be a good thing to explore too. I mean, like Gone Home? Because I kind of feel like the subtle queer details of Gone Home might be lost on a 5-year-old child hive. Plus, you know, the all 90s soundtrack. And I realize that to a 5-year-old child, an all 90s soundtrack would have been roughly like an all 60s soundtrack would have been to very young me. And I feel kind of like hurt by that knowledge. Like, when I listen to Sleater Kinney, that's on the same level as Simon and Garfunkel. And I hate it. Mostly because Sleater Kinney is about 1 billion times cooler than Simon and Garfunkel could have ever possibly hoped to be. He wants to play so many games, so I have to police them, all in moderation. I thought about lawn mowing sim. If you could... There would be like a very weird amount of irony in getting a child excited about playing a lawn mowing sim. If they play Gone Home, you're going to have a different conversation about what a VHS is. Oh, probably not if you think about it though, Hive, because like all the VHS they're all stolen at that point. Now, where... I wanted to sell some stuff because I want to unlock the laboratory. And I think laboratories are pretty cool. And we got it! We have enough for Hello, mouth parts. Would you move? Laboratory action. Hot. Hot. Stinky laboratory action. I'm going to be an amateur, unlicensed slime scientist. Oh wait, that's 10,000! That's not 1,000, that's 10,000! That's so expensive. I don't like that. Well, what about the grotto then? He's got Hot Wheels Unleashed and Lego Star Wars Saga to do. All Lego games are really good. Surprisingly good. Okay. We need... Why must everything be so hard? Game, why must you tease me and taunt me and hurt me like this? Now don't worry, Tabby, I'm taking you to a home where you'll be happy. You'll be extremely happy. In the overgrowth. I was told that the overgrowth is a good place for tabbies to, relax. Would you like to unlock Black Mesa? I would not like to unlock Black Mesa. Now he wants to play Minecraft, seen it on YouTube, and said to me over dinner, "Mum, I want to be a YouTuber." That's terrifying. Or charming, but quite possibly terrifying. They start younger and younger every year. I feel like a very thorough conversation about everything would probably be a good first step. Oh my god, hi, that's evil! And hilarious, but also evil. But also hilarious? I think I'm gonna go wrangle some Rockulans, and I'm gonna bring them back to my ranch so they can just rock out with their socks out. Now, here's one of those questions that I feels like is inherently absurd, and yet I think does need to be asked. Are there any YouTubers that specialize in YouTube Sims? Like, is that a thing? Oh, Jilly Beans, how you doing? I hope that life is treating you very well, very kindly. That you enjoyed your 3-day weekend. There was a 3-day weekend, right? Also, if you could mod into YouTubing Simulator, like YouTube Simulator YouTubing, so you could have like a double meta YouTube Simulator. This weekend was Pride. Happy Pride to you. I hope that it was safe, which kind of sucks that that's the first thing that I hope for, but I kind of feel like the safety aspect is something to be front-ended, but also wonderful and heartwarming. Kind of big on the heartwarming. All of these chickens, dude, I have not any need for chickens. I have need for Rockulons. Rockulon, please come to me, thank you. I don't think I have time to manage a YouTube channel for him. No, I mean, I don't think anybody does, honestly. I went to a parade and I yelled, "Woo!" at rainbows. As well one should. Also, these largos are angry and biting me. I would like them to not. But also to not? My friend's daughter is trans, and she was hella cute to watch during the parade. All sorts of fun. That makes me super happy to hear, Jilly. That is the heartwarming content that I come here for. Oh, Sludo! And yes, there are YouTube sim games. Like, be a YouTuber? YouTuber life? It's kind of like weird and meta-depressing. Which is why I wanted to know if there are any actual real-world meat space YouTubers who specialize in YouTube life sims. Because it just... there's layers there, like an ogre. Also, Ludo, I watched your, I watched the newest Gemini Movies podcast, and I feel like I know more than I ever wanted to about penguin movies. And it was lovely. I had forgotten completely that Surf's Up was a thing that actually happened. I would just like to throw the kid into the woods, tell them that the tree is a camera, and that they can play YouTuber. Probably good that I don't have kids. I mean... yes. I would agree that it's probably good that you don't have kids, but on the other hand, like... is that really significantly different than scouting? There's probably fewer beatings, and also less drug use? I'm glad you enjoyed it. I wasn't super happy with that episode, but I learned a lot from doing it. Okay. Was there a particular point that didn't quite hit the way that you wanted it to? Like on a technical side, or a... hello, the... oh my god, they keep on eating my very important plorts? I don't get a lot of phosphorus plorts, you jerks. The pink plorts, they're just everywhere. I don't need those. Is it significantly different than the shows that throw people in the wild for fun? I feel like I've missed a conversational beat somewhere along the line, and that's okay. But it does leave me more confused than I normally am. And that's also okay. I'm talking over Alice too much because of the Discord call delay. Also, the audio desyncs towards the end because the Discord call started desyncing. Ah, okay. So they're not things that you're disappointed in, like how you're presenting or what you're presenting, but the technical aspects of how that's being put out. That actually seems like a more frustrating problem, because the technical side of things are just a whole thing. And you know there's a TV show in China or Japan where they place toddlers to do adult things like go to the supermarket and get the shopping. They all start out terrified on their own. It has to be strategically planned and watched so they're not in danger. Oh, but yeah, that's like a whole thing here. And everybody kind of like freaks out thinking that the camera crew is not also following this child. Like they're not going to allow the child to come to harm. Oh, rabbits, how you doing? I hope that you're very well. Hope that life is not giving you any more stress than you particularly feel like you can deal with at the moment. which is, as ever, just about all that we can hope for. Doing okay, having a lazy Monday, because it's a holiday here. Lovely. That is lovely and or exceptional. Or both. It could be both. I'm gonna go with both. We've got rock lords. I should feed these rock lords veggies, but I have no veggies to feed them. They are sad. Also, why are my cats not eating the chickens? Because the whole point of putting them in the chickens... Well, I didn't put the cats in the chickens. I put the cats with the chickens. Was so that the cats would eat the chickens? I didn't realize there's a holiday here too until I went outside to buy something. I always forget about Christian holidays. Wait. What's the holiday? Oh, Hirunda! Lovely to have you as always, Hirunda. I spit these chickens out for no reason. There's a giant cat that I need to feed these chickens to. Something called Fingston. I'd have to Google to know what it's about. Oh, don't worry about it. I mean, like... I was just wondering, like, if it was the Feast of the Immaculate Consumption of St. Mary, or something like that, but... it's just Fingston. In the words of Bricktop, in the words of the Virgin Mary, come again. It's probably one of those lines that just works better when it's coming out of the mouth of a British mobster. It turns out that I am not, in fact, a British mobster. Who knew? Hello, cat. Would you like to eat Stony Hen? I know you would. Here's another one. And more. Wait, you're not done? Pentecost Monday, I guess. Pentecost Monday? The Pentecost is where, like, the disciples, they all got tongues of fire? Which honestly sounds pretty bitchin'. Like, I don't know what I would do if I had a tongue of fire, but it would probably be pretty interesting. And or possibly illegal. I haven't decided which. I think the tongues of fire are supposed to be like metaphors or something. I don't know, but I'm just gonna take it literal-like. Because that's more funny. Okay, Rock Slime, you gotta get your ass in here. Pink Slime, you can fark right off. But the hen comes with me. You can eat some spicy ramen, I could do that. Or I could just guzzle some death sauce, which would be cheaper, because the death sauce is free. And by free, I mean it's requisitioned. And also that I need to requisition more of it, because I don't have any left. But I could definitely do that thing. Although I kind of think that I'm largely become immune to death sauce. It's kind of sad. We're entering that phase where, like, the death sauce is more of like a spicy ketchup for me. Oh, fudge! I caromed that chicken, like, way the hell off where it didn't need to be. I am sorry, cat. I did not feed that cat the way it needed to be fed. Now I'm gonna have to go find some more chickens. Or chimkins, as the case may be. Are you locked? You are locked. But I will take these carrots. Because I can feed them to my slime lords. Rock slimes! The chicken went pyong, it went to its home planet. I like your version of events far better than the one that came up in my head. Which is the chicken went pyong and right into the soup, where it promptly became a mer chicken. Let's go with mer chicken, because that's a lot nicer than what probably actually happened. Wait, why is there only one Rock Lord now? Rock Lord, where are you going? Look, I'm gonna feed you some carrots, okay? Just, there was 2 of them. Now there's only 1. Unintended bouncy rocket science. Indeed. Indeed. As God intended. Oh, I can't do that. I gotta get rid of these carrots first. Carrots go there. Slime poop goes here. I gotta remember, like, that the boinging noise is when something's not going into my my dealy bobber. Did you ever watch The Return of Swamp Thing? I watched it yesterday and I feel like it's an underrated gem of trash horror cinema. I did not, but I feel like I'm going to have to do that now. I mean, I have watched it, but like the last time I watched it I was probably 12 years old. So it's probably going to hit different now. What was the last thing that I watched? I think the last thing I watched was Terminator, actually. I don't think I've watched anything new since then. It's from the Chopping Mall directors? Oh shit! Well, I mean, I've gotta sit down with it now. Because Chopping Mall is definitely a gem of trash cinema. My slimes have flown the coop. They're just doing whatever they want to do. This is it's a very anarchical farm. To be honest, we're just going with it. The coops are more guidelines, to be honest. Also, hello, talking is a thing that I am known for doing for roughly 9 hours a week in English, so why can't I do it now? I want to go find that giant cat slime. Anarchy Farm sounds a whole lot more wholesome than an optimal SR farm, to be honest. I know the game is very much what it said on the tin, but seeing as I didn't actually read the tin, and I was just looking at the very cute pictures, I still feel slightly disappointed in what the game actually wants me to do. Like, I was kind of... And this isn't... I don't want this to be a slam against the game, so much as maybe a slam against my expectations of the game. But what I was kind of looking for was something more along the lines of, like, Pokemon Snap, where we just kind of get to wander around and, like, doodle with stuff. And what I got was farm management, which is... Like, I'm gonna have fun with it. It's not gonna... I'm not, like, hating it, but it's definitely not the... It has, like, a different through line than what I was expecting. There are now indie Pokemon snaps. I need them. There's... fudge. What's the name of it? It's Uma something generation? It's not Umaragi generation, but it's something like that. And it's like a maybe semi-cyberpunky take pictures of things. Oh my gosh, I was pretty darn close. Umurangi generation. That's one that I would really like to have a look at because I've heard good things about it. I don't know that it's on PS4 though, so it might not be something I could ever actually stream. But it does sound kind of nifty. It do be sounding nifty. Indie Pokemon, but with guns, is going to exist. Do I want that, though? Hiruna? Do I... Like... I mean, there's Digimon. And Digimon is kind of Pokemon, but the Pokemon sometimes have guns. And Blastoise, of course. By very nature has guns, but... I don't know so much that I need to have guns in my Pokemon. Played about 2 hours and it's great stuff. About the Umurangi? I will have to keep a bit of eye meats on that then. That's what I figured from the previous, yeah. And I'm glad to hear that it's great stuff. Like that does seem to dovetail. Oh my gosh, they're making a slime cat pyramid. Sort of. Maybe I was looking at it from the wrong perspective. Quite possibly. But also adorable. But I am gonna steal some of these hens to feed to the giant cat slime. Because that's what one does. Now, where was the giant cat slime? Cat slime, I'm coming for you, gonna feed you. Maybe pet you too. Cat slime, watch out! It's a cat slime. There's no real lyrics. There's no place I could take that song. It exists as itself. And I'm okay with that. Honestly, I'm 100% okay with that. Do you think is it possible for me to sequence break that and get down there before I actually unlock it? I'm not gonna do it now because I don't want to lose these chickens, but I will try it after I've thrown the chickens into the cat slime. Chimkin, you're gonna be part of the circle of life, feeding the cat slime. Chimkin, I hope you are delicious. As much as I am a proponent of anarchy, loose slimes might destroy your chicken production. I mean, that's fine. I really only need these chickens momentarily to satiate this cat slime's grotesque hungers. Because it hungers for the chimkins, and it must feed. Please point where I need you. Why do I twitch this out of the way so much? Excuse me, my gluttonous cat. How many chimkins do you need? I have just fed you 8 chimkins? This cat is gluttony personified. I am unappreciative. Now I gotta go find more chimkins. That's exactly what it's saying, what we're all thinking. And what we're all thinking is I must consume all. Also this tar. I wish the tar weren't quite so destructive because they are kind of cute. But they just eat everything and I kind of hate that. Maybe it only appreciates a certain type of chimkin. Maybe like, cause it had little hearts over it when it ate the stony chimkin. The cat is me with chimkin wings. Well, as long as you can self-recognize, I think that's probably fine. The first step in solving a problem is recognizing that it's not a problem at all, and that it's mostly just society getting on your case. Being like, you can't be like Gordo, the chicken-winged cat chimkin. And be like, why not though? Not hurting nobody. Making me happy. Cat slimes prefer stony hens, and big boyo slime types have the same preference as normal slime sizes. Okay. So I was right. The cat will devour, but the cat does not want the hen. The cat wants rock hen, hereby designated 420 hen. Gotta bounce, my girlfriend is gonna return with a bit of lunch. Enjoy the rest of the streamsies. We will, and thank you so much for dropping by, rabbits. Give our love to the gal, and please enjoy your lunch. And if you don't enjoy the lunch, then punch it in the nose and then enjoy the lunch. I'm not sure if that would help, but like meat tenderizing and everything like that, that's a whole thing. Now, whatever it eats is good, but stone hens count as double. Gotcha! Okay, so... regular chimkins, like we might have to feed millions of regular chimkins to this thing. But the 420 chimkins, those are the ones... excuse me, where did that chimkin go? Come here. Us! Pancakes, how you doing? I hope life is being very kind to you, as always. I hope there is nothing more frustrating in your life than you are currently able to deal with. And also that your One Piece reading proceeds apace, because I know that you are reading on the One Pieces. Stick drift! Stick drift! The stick drift is cheesed at me because I've been playing so much Isaac recently. But I am possibly 6 runs away from Dead God on PS4, which is exciting. This will be my second time in getting Dead God, but... now, those 6 runs happen to be Tainted Keeper through Mother, the Beast, and Deli-chan, and Tainted Jacob through Mother, the Beast, and Deli-chan. So, like, technically 6 runs, but it could take a while to get those to be actually successful runs. but everybody else has done their thing. I have done it. Doing well, things are going well, except that I am burnt out with manga, so I'm taking a small break, and I'm fine otherwise. Taking breaks is a very good thing. It's not a race. You don't feel like you shouldn't Hello, mouth parts. Would you like to talk like a normal human being? You shouldn't feel pressured to get everything done in one fell swoop. One fell swoop? God! It's as though my brain meats are trying to pick arrangements of phonemes strictly and purposely based on how difficult they would be to say together. And I kind of hate that. I don't know why the brain meats gotta be like that sometimes, but they gotta be like that sometimes. I think the brain meats are kind of jerky. H says, before I left the ranch, I found myself sleeping most nights in this here grotto. I'd fill it full of phosphor slimes and watch them dance in the dark. Drifting off, I'd pretend I was drifting in a sea of stars across the limitless black of space. It's funny how when you dream, you sure become a sucker for the impossible. Every time I woke to find myself back in the grotto, I'd feel a little sadness. But then it was back to work. There was always something that needed to be doing. I'm telling you. I think that these letters from H are custom designed to incite melancholy. And I don't know why. Pancakes has been reading a lot over the past month. It's fun, but taking a breather is always good. This is very good. That you can recognize the signs of maybe need to back off a little bit. And know that those signs are worth listening to. Wait. Signs are worth listening to. There's a mixed metaphor there, and that's not going to work, but you know what I mean. The Slime Rancher gig economy is a cause for melancholy. I mean, there's also that. There's also that. I don't know, there's something like just... in some of the, like, the letters to you, and some of the notes, like, left behind to you, there's this, like, wistful heartbreak that... it feels... the inclusion feels... weird? And I really don't know that I precisely need that. Maybe I could do it with like a little bit less heartbreak, honestly. Okay, I got you the chimkins that you liked. You are still not satisfied. This cat is... also, if you don't mind me asking, do you have any time... okay, so here's kind of the thing. I did in fact have time to do that thing, but I did not in fact do that thing. I listened to a lot of Sleater-Kinney, and then I listened to a lot of May Leeds, and then I listened to a lot of Sleater-Kinney. It was very much that was the kind of the mood the last couple of days, so... but I did leave the tab open for Shugo Tokumaru, so at the very least I won't forget that he exists. Because if I close the tab, I will absolutely 100% forget, and that would be bad, because I do want to listen to the lad. That's not a heartbreak, Risu, that's alienation under extraterrestrial capitalism. I mean, you're not wrong, Ludo. I mean, but it could be both, honestly. I feel like this is a why not both type of situation. Understandable if that's what you wanted to do, then that's fine. Whatever you want, I was just curious if you had, and thank you for remembering. Thank you for reminding me. And thank you for recommending in the first place. But you know what? You know what? Because I know myself well enough that if I don't make an effort to kind of break out of comfort zones sometimes, that I will forget to do that. So I will make you this deal. I will give Alice. It is wonderful to see you, Alice. I hope you're doing very, very well. While I am downloading the VOD and putting it up on YouTube before I go to bed tonight, I will give Mr. Tokumaru a listen, at least just to get some of the sound into my head, and hopefully then it'll kind of, I'll be able to give an opinion on it, at least as to whether or not this is something I'd like to listen to more of. And that's not pressure from you. I don't want you to feel like you're pressuring me, but just like, if I don't make like the mental bookmark, it might not happen. So bookmark is being applied. Alice, we hope that you're doing wonderfully tonight. I hope that there's no more stress going on for you than you currently feel capable of dealing with. In this... I was gonna say in this bitch of a world, but like, I don't know, it feels kind of cliche to say that, so I'm not gonna. But if you want to imagine that I said that, you certainly can. It's one of those phrases I don't like feel like I could sell right. Oh shit! That cat done blew up! We exploded the cat! What did I just do? Did I just... Why did I teleport? What the fuck? I instituted a teleporter? What is that even... Why did I want to do that? Did I want to do that? I'm so fucking confused. Sounds good, take your time if you want. If he doesn't resonate with you, all's good. But everything is worth giving that first shot. Yes. Yes, it absolutely is. And who knows, I may find something I end up really enjoying. It would not be the first time that that's happened. Hive says it really does make me think of that Luigi image. Wait, Hive, which Luigi image are we talking about? Because I could think of a lot of Luigi images, but I don't know if they're the ones that you're thinking of. It's a cursed image. Okay. Should I assume that it's... I mean, this is not a family-friendly stream by necessity, but you know, within the usual bounds of decorum that we tend to go by. Now that I've fed the giant cat slime to explosion, I feel strangely hollow and without goal. So I probably should do something about that. I should probably find myself another goal. Why is the treasure pod locked? Game, why do you gotta be like this? Really? The teleporter led to a little bit outside of the area that we were in. And I think it's just a way to, like, be able to quick teleport kind of into the deep range. But actually, it's not that far away from the start, so I don't... Now that I think about it, I don't know why it's there. I think about that Ouija image from the YouTube Pop YTB era, whenever I hear Luigi. Weird times in hindsight. I do think I might be blessed slightly in my ignorance that, like, a lot of meme culture I missed. I never knew Tumblr in the good old days. Let's not forget about Ouija boards and Wega boards. I don't know what a Wega board is. I'm assuming it's not a good thing. Wait, wasn't there like a giant phosphorus slime around here? When I'm too old, I'm gonna advocate for a return to YouTube poop. Why though? Honestly, Ludo, why though? Can you burn a Luigi board? I'm gonna assume yes. And Ouija boards are produced by Parker Brothers, so like yeah, they're technically board games. YouTube poops are funny? That's all? I mean, I never like went in and checked them out, but I'm just going by the name. I would assume that YouTube poops are YouTube's for poops. And I have Binding of Isaac, Ludo. My favorite board game is Summoning Ghosts. I mean, isn't it though? Is that just me? There ain't nothing more fun than communing with the spirits of the dead and forcing them to play Monopoly. Because ghosts have got all the time in the world, and Monopoly is fabulously long and boring. You know. Because it's Monopoly. They're horribly deep-fried remixes. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna pretend like I understand any of this, and I'm just gonna run with it. Monopoly is horrible, and it is designed to end friendships. Seeing as it was originally designed as a warning against the dangers of capitalism, that makes 100% sense. Just the most mid-game to ever exist. You're not wrong. Why are these treasure pods all locked? How do I unlock you, treasure pod? I want your sweet, juicy innards. I want to slather them all over my suit. There's something about the word slather that no matter what the context is, it just sounds kind of dirty. It's the heavily edited episode or video of something with sound effects. Wait, hold on a second. And memes thrown in, but it's old as hell. Okay. That's fair enough. I mean, yeah. We are though, Ludo. Oh crud, we died. We're talking about board games, and now I desperately want to play Deception and Murder in Hong Kong. I mean, you could do that. And I'm not even saying that it would be a mistake. I would not accuse you of being mistook for doing that. But I posit as a rejoinder. How about instead of doing that, you could just watch Clue, and then you could just bask in the glory that is Madeline Kahn, because she's absolutely fabulous and amazing in that movie. I mean, everybody's pretty fabulous and amazing in that movie, even though there are definitely parts of it that like don't age particularly well. Although I feel like they're intentionally done so as to not age well, so your mileage may vary, but it's still pretty fabulous. I played a board game last week based on everybody's favorite horror xenophobe. It's better than Monopoly. HP Love Island Craft? That shouldn't be a thing, and yet it should absolutely be a thing. If we get 4 other people in LBP and create a makeshift board game, that would actually be kind of cool. I wonder, like, do you think that they're people who use or who have used LBP to do role-playing? Like, actually as a role-playing room? Like D&D and, like Vampire? Because you could set up a random number generator fairly easily. Like, to act as a die, or a series of dice. You wouldn't want to do Exalted, because Exalted's dice pool would probably break LBP's engine, but like, I feel like that would be totally doable. Just gotta find one where players don't need to hide their cards. Well, that's why I'm thinking like a role-playing game as opposed to, say, a card game. Because generally it's not too big an issue, depending on the type of game you're playing, if you could see each other's character sheets. Create mode would probably support the kind of role-playing with the tools that you can use. That would be kind of neat. No, I'm wondering, like, have folks done that? And I kind of hope so. I'm gonna get to the top of this mountain. Why? Just because we can. Or we totally can't. Never mind. I saw what Ludo said about me calling something from 10 or more years ago old, and how that makes me Sue and Ludo even older by comparison. And I hereby apologize for— oh, fudge. Pancakes, please don't. Like, well, I mean, I don't know how Ludo feels about it, but I'm well over it at this point. He notices, I'm guessing it's not being done as board game format, mainly because it doesn't transition well into a playable level. That's— but I wonder if you could set it up as one. Hirunda? Also, Wasby! How you doing? How is our favorite apian friend? Wait, bees are apian, right? I think? How is our most wonderful apian friend tonight? And we hope the answer is terrific and unstressed. Oh, gosh, no! Pancakes, don't be sorry. You've not done anything to need to apologize for yet. Ludo says, I guess sometimes I get culture shock when I realize how younger people look at me. How younger people look at time. It's certainly an experience, Ludo. Like, the 80s were before my time, but by now they're positively vintage. And the 80s were, like, pretty dead center my time. That was like one of the big things that stood out to me when I was watching Terminator, just beyond the fact that Terminator is still a fantastic movie and it holds up remarkably well, is just how familiar it felt. Zelda 20 years ago is Wind Waker. Oh my god, I love that, Hirunda. And also, you're 100% correct, because Zelda 20 years ago was before I came to Japan. And Wind Waker was the last Zelda game I played before getting here. Hive says barely a toe dipped into the 80s, just a time when I wasn't conscious, but I existed there for a couple of years. Whippersnappers! You are all whippersnappers. And I love you for it, but you're whippersnappers. Did I watch Terminator to get hyped for Avatar 2? No. No, I did not. I watched Terminator because somebody on the Twitters mentioned how it was a perfect translation of slasher genre aesthetics into a science fiction setting. And I wanted to test that theory. And they were 100% correct. It was exactly that. I heard that Zelda factoid and I was shocked. I mean... Yeah. Everybody's hyped for Avatar 2. It's the next Morbius. Okay, by the way... You might be. Pancakes, you might be the youngest person here, but that's okay. You're as welcome as you have ever been. We do try to keep the empty room open for everyone, as long as you yourself feel comfortable here. So I was reading about the Morbius, and so Sony saw all the interest in the Morbius, like all the memes and shit going around, and was like, hey, folks are interested in the Morbius. They sure love the Morbius. And so they re-released the Morbius in the theaters, and yes, as Hirunda said, it bombed a second time. It bombed a second time. It made $85,000, which for me would be life-changing money, but for Sony Pictures is basically couch change. It made $85,000 across 1,000 theaters, which means that the average theater take was $85. Which, if you figure like an average ticket price of somewhere between $15 and $20, means about 4 people per theater. That's not 4 people per showing. Like, I've got to imagine that there were multiple showings, because they wouldn't just, just have one showing, right? So you've got like entire stretches of the day that are just empty theater Morbius. And I realized, like, that's a graspable number. Like, an actual listable number of people can make the claim that they were in the theater the second time that Morbius bombed, and it could be their own little club. And I love it, and I feel like they should make t-shirts for that. And I also feel like that should be an achievement in, like, an urban fantasy tabletop RPG. And in order for me to get all of that out of my mouth, I had to not look at chat at all. So let me catch back up on chat really quick. Ludo says that sure happened, and it's one of the funniest things. It's hilarious, Ludo. It is absolutely. I just love every moment of that. Jared Leto saw Morbius and made a Morbius meme that murdered and massacred in cold blood the meme for me. I mean, you're not wrong. Pancakes. You're not wrong, and you're right to say it. Hive says, funnier than that, Sony Pictures executive talking about how they need to make that Sonic the Hedgehog Hedgehog movie from Sega Game Maker. Oh, I hate that. Jared Leto getting in on Morbin kind of ruined my enjoyment of the Morbin meme. Yeah, like, it's funny because I feel like this is one of the times where I feel like I was on the ground to see a meme actually die. Like, it's because usually, like, the memes, they kind of, like, they trickle off or they mutate, and, you know, eventually, like, a new one comes up, and you have to say, like, oh, what happened to that meme? You know, it just kind of disappeared. But I don't often get to see, like, the thing that killed a meme, that, like, actually put a stake in its heart, appropriately enough, because Morbin time. And definitely, like, Jared Leto getting in on it was like, oh yeah, it's dead to me. It's dead to the world. Are we going to bully all the Sinister Six movies? I mean, if Jared Leto's involved with them, Hive, then yes, I feel like we should either brutally bully them or brutally ignore them, whichever would hurt more. Who's hyped for the Kraven the Hunter movie? Is that a thing, Alice? And I mean this in absolute honesty. Are they making a movie of Kraven the Hunter? Because that's kind of... I feel like that would be a bit of a lot. That's a choice. And now, is the Kraven the Hunter movie going to be Spider-Man? Or is this going to be Sony Pictures Universe? We can't actually use Spider-Man, but we're going to use all of his attendant properties? Because a Kraven the Hunter movie without Spider-Man is just delusional serial killer with a shtick movie number 5065, and I feel like we've already got enough of them. I mean, even with Spider-Man, I feel like I don't really want them to use it, but when's Gorko the Man-Frog? I'm in answer to Pancake's question, it's really weird. Like, the ownership of Spider-Man and who gets to do what with Spider-Man is, I think, kind of a murky topic. But to Hive, like... I admit Venom's shtick, like Venom's original shtick, is very Spider-Man fixated. But I feel like there's enough going on with Venom that they could still do stuff with the character, even without Spider-Man, like by reworking the character. Because you've still got, like, the symbiote going on, and fish out of water, odd couple kind of situation. You get the weird super gay rom-com with brain eating that we got. But, like, what's Kraven's shtick? Kraven's shtick is he's a douche that hunts people, and he thinks that Spider-Man is the most dangerous people, so let's hunt Spider-Man. And it works because we're invested in Spider-Man. But in the Sony universe, who's Craven gonna hunt? Oh, also, Hirunda, I just noticed that you're getting all for sleepsies. Do your stuff tomorrow, sleep super well tonight, no bad dreams, and we look forward to seeing you the next time that we see you. And I missed something that Alice said. Or, wait, what already happened? Giant-sized man thing? Oh, right. Yeah, that did already happen. Spider-Man should be set free. No more copyrights. Just wait for him to get chill somewhere, put a glass over him, slide a bit of card under him, and release him into the wild. It's the only ethical solution. Wasby, I actually love that. I do. Hive says all of that was invented whole cloth by a man who didn't care about the movie he was given and decided to make it his own. The lobster tank thing was him showing up on set saying he was going to crawl into it, and then having them reinforce the set so he could do it. I mean, I love that, but like, even, but I'm still thinking like Eddie Brock and Venom exist as separate entities within the comic, right? Like, there's a dynamic that's existent that you can build up into a thing. Tom Hardy maybe built it up into a particular thing, but there's a there to work with. But with Kraven the Hunter, there's not a there, because without Spider-Man, Kraven is just a serial killer. And I mean, sure, they can do a Hunter-themed serial killer movie, but the 90s was 30 fucking years ago. Everything else in that movie was utmost trash 2000s comic book movie. You're not wrong. You're 100% not wrong, Hive. We are in 0% disagreement on that. In fact, I don't think we're in disagreement about the broader point here. Just I'm like, I feel like I could see Sony's thought process with Kraven better than I could see it with, say, Morbius, because Kraven at least has some kind of legacy to him, but it's still a very Spider-Man-centric legacy. Kraven the Hunter is a spiritual successor to Predator 2. That would be a thing. Blood and Honey pancakes? I've seen, there's like 3 different Venoms in comics now, including Venom Vietnam. I hate that, Alice, but I was aware that there is a proliferation of Venom in the comics world. I wasn't sure how many of them are still current, but yeah. I seen the trailer for Blood and Honey pancakes, and is kind of how I feel about it. It's a thing that's very existent. It exists. It 100% exists. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Winnie the Pooh's like really weird because the character itself is public domain, but the particular version of the character that Disney produces is not. And I don't quite get how that works, but apparently it does. The director of Kraven the Hunter is the most accomplished director they got working on a Sinister Six movie. I mean, I guess. Also, as I just remembered, for the usual mention of temperature, it's going to be 108 Fahrenheit? Fucking fuck? That's... Please stay hydrated. I mean, I know that you already stay hydrated, Pancakes, but just as a usual worried reminder. They basically turned the Venom symbiote into Botley Lovecraft cosmic horror. I don't know, unless it's a misspelling, but I'm not sure if I understand Botley in this context, Alice. Is that someone's name? Like, is that an author's name? Botley? Legal. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Bootleg. Autocorrect. Autocorrect is being goofy. I gotcha. I'm super sorry about that. Like, that was an honest mistake on my part. Phosphorus slimes, I am gonna suck you up. You will not escape from me. I've read so much Alice autocorrect nonsense, I basically have a PhD in it. I mean, autocorrect is evil. I'm pretty sure autocorrect is some corrupting influence. I wonder if I could just fly out of this cavern. I don't know if I've got enough lift. I don't know if there's any geometry I could get myself a boost on. Probably not, right? Like, they would think about that. They wouldn't let me just zoop out of here. Oh, so close to zooping, but Hive says, still here wrapping my head around how the man who directed a movie that went super deep into the technicalities of 2008 subprime mortgage financial crisis ended up being the man to direct Craven. Oh, that's who that guy is. That's the Big Short guy. Okay. Wait, no? No? That's not I thought The Big Short was the subprime movie. Wrong 2008 subprime mortgage crisis movie. Okay, so I was right about the topic, but I was wrong about the guy. Or wrong about the particular film. It's not The Big Short guy. I mean, basically anybody who's average size is a Big Short guy, but I guess we're not ready for that conversation yet. Margin Calls the movie. I didn't even know that that was a movie that existed, and now I know that's a movie that exists. Will I watch that movie? I mean, quite possibly. If I remember that it exists at a time when I also remember that I have the ability to watch movies. I also found a place that has Friday the 13th 6 on DVD, and I will be able to watch Friday the 13th 6 on DVD. And it's just a quick bike ride away from my apartment, and I already have a video store card for that place, so I don't have to go through the indignity of making a new video store card in my dead name, which I fucking hate. I'm just saying. Pancakes, there's 10! There aren't many Friday the 13ths, okay? You've got Friday the 13th 1 through 10, you've got Friday the 13th the remake, you've got Friday the 13th the series, which has nothing to do with Friday the 13th, and you've got Jason versus Freddy, which counts as a Friday the 13th, so actually, I mean, technically 11, I guess. 12. They need one more, and then there'd be 13. Alice, there'd be 13. Right, so you got 10 in the main series, so that's 10. The reboot makes 11. Jason versus Freddy makes 12. We need one more to get to a baker's dozen. I mean, let's do a quick check to make you feel better about this one, Pancakes. I don't want you to feel too bad. Jason X release date. Jason X was released. Jason X was released 20 years ago. I would like everybody to let that sink in just for a moment. The Jason goes to space with a cameo from David Cronenberg, and one of the best kills in the series. As much as I dunk on Jason X, it does have one of the best kills in the series. That was released 20 years ago, which I think makes that at least a couple years older than you, Pancakes. So, I mean, you are super... It's super sensible that you wouldn't necessarily know off the top of your head that there were so very, very many Friday the 13th movies. Ludo says Jason X is a grand old time. Ludo, you know what you're gonna do is you're gonna convince me to sit down with Jason X again, and I'm gonna have the same process that I have every time I sit down with Jason X, which is I start the movie thinking to myself, having built it up in my mind as it's not as bad as I remember. It's probably gonna be just good, goofy fun. And I'm gonna finish the movie thinking to myself, God damn, this was a fucking trash fest. And it happens every single time I watch it. It is entertaining in parts. But, like, it's not my favorite. It's not even my second favorite. Nightmare probably has the best hit rate for good sequels. I mean, Alice, it's got one good sequel. 2 if you count part 2, which is... I mean, kinda... 2 is weird. Like, I think 2's got, like, some really good ideas, and it is super gay. But it's also really messy. 3 is fabulous. 3 is just an amazing movie. 4 is a trash fire. 5 is got 1 good kill and 3 kills total. A Nightmare movie with only 3 kills in it is like, even if you have the best kill in the series, which it does, and that's completely because I've got a whole thing about transformations, and they're not even scary. It's not like a fetish or anything, but it pushes a lot of buttons for me. Forced transformations push a lot of buttons for me. Like, so 5 has got that going for it. 6 has got like 2 good scenes in it, but it's also got Freddy with the power glove. And I mean, where do you even go with that? New Nightmare, I I have still not seen New Nightmare, Hive, and I feel bad, and I should feel bad about that, but you're right, Alice. I give you that. I give you that. Even the worst. The worst Nightmare sequel is more watchable than the most mid-range Friday sequel. And leaps and bounds above all of the Halloween sequels except for Halloween 3. Which I don't know if it's gotten the critical re-examination that it deserves. If internet opinion has come around on Halloween 3, but Halloween 3 ate way more shit than it ever deserved to. It is a far more interesting movie than it has gotten credit for. I don't remember the last Hellraiser, Ludo, like when it came out, but it had a Pinhead who was A, not Doug Bradley, B, was very cherubic, and which is not like, I don't want to dunk on the guy because we don't have a lot of choice about our facial features, but like he definitely looks too baby-faced to be Pinhead. And C involved a lot of spit. Like, actual spit. So, like, that's a thing? It's had a minor reevaluation. I'm glad to hear that, Hive, because, like, I know that 3 is rough. There's definitely roughness about 3, and it does have, in parts, like, a slightly made-for-TV movie feel to it, but on the other hand, like, it feels like it was trying to do something, and it does have a scene where a child's head melts into bugs and snakes, and it goes for it. Like, it just super goes there. And I will love it forever just for that. 3 is my favorite Twilight Zone movie. That's not a bad call, honestly. Pancakes, I'm sorry to aid in your confusion, but if you could give me a little bit of boundaries for your confusion, I could maybe help you out a little bit. Just because I feel like we've hit like 12 different topics in the same subgenre topic of horror, so I'm not sure where to clarify. But clarify I will, because this is the shit that I love. Give me genre horror, give me genre horror, give me horror all day long and all night long. You only need to watch every 80s slasher movie series and then you'll understand. I mean, that's... On one hand, it's not necessarily wrong, but I don't want to... I feel like that's kind of rough to demand of anybody, because there's just so much. You need to watch all the Gremlin clones. Alice, don't do that to Pancakes. Pancakes is still innocent. There's no need. You're allowed to talk about the topic of horror films. It's hard to keep track of. That's super fair. Pancakes? If there's anything that you would like to know more in clarity, by all means, just like wave your hand and just ask like, what the hell about X? And we'll definitely hook you up with whatever weird ass details that you might happen to want. because I'm here for that all day. Hive says, excuse me, there is a 2020 Hellraiser movie direct to Hulu that is a reboot of the franchise with a story credit given to David S. Goyer. Okay, I'm not familiar with David S. Goyer, and I did not know that this reboot was a thing that happened. But, like, what? Exactly, Ludo said exactly what was on my mind. I am super there for, like, what? Hive says I'm the least horror literate person on the planet who is at least horror literate. That's fair. I did hear about Jason going to space and Jason X, and it sounds like a parody, honestly. Peg is this is the weird thing, is that, like, okay, so you had this, like, run of space horror movies in the mid-90s, where you had the Hellraiser Goes to Space, that was Hellraiser Bloodlines. Leprechaun 4 was in space. You had Ghost of Mars, which wasn't an existent property, but was still taking some of the horror movie tropes and putting them in space. Like, movie in space, X in space was a thing. And then it died because it was just silly as hell. It was like, Hellraiser 4 could have been a thing, but it was terrible. Leprechaun 4 was absolute trash fire. They decided to stop making in space try to happen, and then, like, 6 years later, the Friday the 13th folks were just like, oh shit, the bandwagon passed. Let's go put Jason in space. And it's hard to tell if they are playing it straight or not, because there's parts of it where it feels like they're looking directly at the camera and being like, this is a parody, we're in on the joke. And there's parts of it where it's played completely like, you know, it's not a joke at all. This is not a parody at all. It's a Jason movie, and Jason is in space. If you want to know how things took a turn, AVP did the opposite, where they took the space franchise and put it on the Earth. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. And also, AVP 2 is awful. It's just an awful movie. It's a terrible movie. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Writer-director of Blade 3, and also writer-director of that terrible horror movie about a Dybbuk. Wow. Just, there is a lot of... What the actual hell, though? David S. Goyer should have stopped after Blade 2 and gone into retirement. I mean, he probably could have lived off the residuals. The thing I don't get about Aliens vs. Predator as well is, like, they had a perfect story already. They could have just adapted the original 4-issue Dark Horse series, because that was actually pretty great, and it told a really coherent story in just 4 issues. It wouldn't have been that difficult an adaptation, and they just had to not do that and make whatever it is they made, and it was fucking terrible. Paul W.S. Anderson is gonna do what he's gonna do. I mean, yeah, I guess. It's still gonna suck, though. What does Jason even do in space? Well, so the thing is that, Jason only has a thing he do, and the thing he do is just kill people who are looking made for Hollywood sexy. Usually, but not exclusively, while they're being made for Hollywood sexy. And he do that. He kill all the people. In fact, I think he accidentally causes a spaceship to crash into a space station, which makes Jason X have a kill count somewhere in the thousands. He do a murder good, that's it. Pretty much. So, okay, the story of the rough story of Jason X. In-universe story. Earth has become a blasted heath. Climate change has just completely wrecked Earth. There's basically no more habitable Earth anymore. So all the Earth folks, they've just like fucked off to space. And some folks make money off of coming back to Earth and finding relics and selling them as souvenirs to the descendants of the people who used to live on Earth. For nostalgia, I guess. A school field trip, which is subspecializing in relic hunting, find a Jason who was put into cryogenic storage because the government could never figure out how to kill a Jason. So they bring a Jason onto the ship. The Jason gets thawed out, kills a lot of people, but then gets killed by a murder android. And then the ship's nanobots bring Jason back as a super cyborg Jason. And he just super cyborg kills the fuck out of everyone. It's a whole thing. The new Predator movie is by the director of the best Cloverfield movie. I hate that. On a spaceship, he just gets on a space shuttle and kills everyone. But no, so like I just I explained, but probably I explained it while you were asking that question. He was yoinked onto the spaceship. The FBI trapped Jason in a cryotube. Yes. He fell into the cryotube. And that's the thing, Pancakes, is like, it should be a comedy, right? And there's times in the movie where it feels like a comedy. Like, for example, they trick Jason into being in a VR world. I can't remember why they do that, but they've got like a pair of made-for-Hollywood sexy camp counselors, and they're just like, hey, Jason, actual, slightly paraphrased dialogue, but this is honestly pretty close to the truth. Hey, Jason, wanna drink some beer? Or smoke some pot? Or how about premarital sex? We love premarital sex, at which point they both take their tops off, and Jason proceeds to attempt to kill them, but he can't because they're holograms. So he's like smashing one of them in a sleeping bag against a tree because that's like an iconic kill that he did, I think, in part 6. And like they're not dying because they're just holograms. And the scene, you would be like, okay, well, this is a parody. Like, we've jumped the shark. They have acknowledged the fact that they are in a film. This is a complete comedy, and let's just roll with that. Except they don't. They will then whiplash the mood back to something that is, you know, a kind of playing with emotion or pathos as humans would experience that within the film. Yeah, it's like, it's really weird. And Hive, your 10 Cloverfield Lane is great. Just is honestly is a fabulous movie, and you will not hear me argue the point. It's like, and that's how they deliver the line. Like, it's almost like the meme with like, say the line, Bart, say the line. Like, or how about premarital sex? We love premarital sex. It's like, it's a lot. That movie is a lot. Wait, why? Oh, wait, you're not plorts, you're slimes. I can't feed you to the machine. It's not a comedy. It's just taking after the 90s cycle of horror movies for teens that are filled with bathos and snark. I mean, yeah, the 90s snark was often a substitute for actual witty humor. And like many teens of the 90s, I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. The fact that it's a serious movie makes it even more hilarious in a sick and twisted way. It's so bizarre. Like, how many Scream clones did you watch? I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like, all of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. All 7 seasons of it, Alice. I think that's enough, right? That's enough? Did I not watch enough? Wasby, I'm pretty sure I figured out that I liked girls specifically because of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, you know, that's a whole thing. And I bet anyone who's familiar with the series could probably tell you the exact scene where it was like, oh, that clicks. I'm a girl who likes girls. So there's that. I watched all of it. I just never heard it called a Scream before. I'm creasing. But it kind of is, in a way. You were there, Jilly Beans. You can't ding, ding, ding. I mean, I feel, because it's like, it's that self-referential, like, it knows the tropes, it plays with the tropes, it comments on the tropes, and it does it all underneath a heavy layer of snark. I don't know that I mean, it's maybe not a Scream clone, but it's definitely within the... I feel like it's within the bubble of what Scream was doing. Pancake says, I've seen Buffy in the TV Guide before, but never watched it because young TV watching Pancakes just wanted to watch cartoons. It's like... It's a show that really doesn't age particularly well. Pancakes, like, there's a lot of gross in the first 2 seasons, and the quality of the show drops off pretty harshly after the 3rd season. If you were going to watch any of it, I would just say to watch season 3, and don't feel too bad about, like, not knowing backstory, because that means you don't have to slog through the really questionable decisions of seasons 1 and 2. Pancakes, be careful or you're gonna end up being, like, you're just gonna end up growing up to be me. Because that very much describes my patterns at your age. There were basically like 2 TV shows that I hung on to probably after junior high school. And they were Mystery Science Theater 3000 and Buffy. And after I stopped watching those, it was pretty much not too much. Angel vaguely holds up still more. I mean, I think Angel, at the very least, Angel has... They go into Angel with the experience of having written for Buffy, which I think helps. And also, like, none of the cast of Angel is underaged, so you don't get the whole, like, 16-year-old girl in love with a 200-year-old vampire who then loses his soul after they have sex and like becomes a torture monster for a while. Like, there's just everything about Buffy and Angel's relationship is super duper gross. There kinda is. Okay. Cable's dying at this point, might as well be ahead whilst I can. It's fair enough. I don't think there's a lot of people under 50 watching TV anymore. Huh. See, I'm missing out on all the trends by being over here. It differs a lot differs by country a lot. Streaming is still not super big in a lot of countries yet. I mean, I got the feeling that Japan's still very much in the TV mode, but I don't know for how much longer that's gonna be. I have no idea. I've been having too much fun and I have no idea what I'm doing in the game anymore. And I'm okay with that, but it should be pointed out. I'm curious, what's Japan like, especially with television and streaming? I haven't watched any Japanese TV in about 3 years. So it's a little bit hard to say on that aspect. I know they still got their big dramas every year. I know that variety shows are still a thing. I know that variety shows were really kind of gross when I was watching them, and I never really enjoyed them very much. I mean, it probably didn't help that I wasn't getting a lot of the humor of it, but like, a lot of the gags just felt kind of mean-spirited. And I don't know how big streaming is over here, to be honest. I might have watched TV if it was worth watching. I mean, I feel like that's kind of a tautological statement, though, Hive. And weren't you on TV for going to Nakano Broadway? Like, didn't you get interviewed for that? Now, what would have been hilarious is if I had seen you on TV before I had known you. I can promise you this is not a thing that happened, but it would have been hilarious had it done. What am I doing? I think there's another cat that I'm looking for. Alice and Hive are famous and deserve their fame. I'm not famous yet. I have not been on TV myself, but I have turned down the on-the-road interviews because they always make people look bad. Or maybe that's just me being overly nervous about how I present in public, but like every now and then somebody will walk up and be like, "Hey, can we talk to you on camera?" And I'll be like, "The fuck no." The fuck, please go away. You could not possibly introduce me to a more horrifying concept than that. Notably, one of the times that I have not been asked to be interviewed on camera was the last time I was at a trans rights demonstration because nobody from the TV showed up. Because we don't exist. Ha ha ha, trans people in Japan. When is that a thing that's ever happened? Ho 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 ho. Okay, I'm only a little bit bitter about that, but you know, it's like kind of nobody looked at us. Which is not, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, like we got maybe 2 people to take our flyers, but even still. We were right outside of a busy station exit, you know, you think somebody could have at least looked. just looked. Stopped. Well, there were like a couple of Yankee who like stopped and glared at us for a while, but then apparently decided that we weren't worth dealing with, so they just kind of fucked off someplace. That's understandable. I don't like being in public. I'm not a public person. Yeah, like, I would not, I would very much deeply not like to be on TV, personally, but if you go to the Shibuyas or the Shinjukus, there is every good chance that eventually some roving TV group will rock up and be like, can we talk to you for 10 minutes? And be like, no. The answer is no. Where's that second cat? There was a giant cat, and I have got 6 rock hens to feed this cat. They are rock hard. They paid me, or will they pay me $5, 5 euros and a burger from McDonald's? No, they will not. No, they will not. They will ask you questions like, why are you here? Have you seen Shibuya yet? Do you like manga or anime? Do you like sushi? They'll ask like all the rock standard questions that foreigners always get when they come to Japan. And you will hate it. Well, you might not hate it, but I would hate it. What kind of anime is popular in Australia? They would probably not ask that question, because it would not be deeply important to them. Oh wait, did they ask you that? Did they straight up ask you that? I am shocked. Delighted, but also kind of shocked. Hey! Broadening their horizons, I see. Did you tell them on purpose, like, some hideously obscure anime because you knew nobody from Australia would ever watch this program? Oh, you cat! You just ate my rock chicken! Oh my god, you are such a jerk! I was totally gonna suck up that rock chicken, and you just totally ate it like a jerk. Well, I mean, I guess you snooze, you lose, honestly. I was doing the snoozing, and so I did the losing. I don't know, probably One Piece, that's popular anywhere. I mean, yeah, that's... That's a true answer, but like, think about how much more perturbed you had been, they would have been if you had told them like School Life or Dead Man Wonderland. That would be pretty hideously trolly though. I wouldn't recommend that. There was another cat. There were 2 giant cats. I only fed one of them to exploding. I need to find the other cat. Other cat, where did you go? Alice says that similarly happens in Portugal because the Portuguese media likes to go, hey, people from outside of Portugal know we exist and are not part of Spain. That's neat. And both statements are 100% true. We've just received this cool new show called Cyborg Kuro-chan. Now, I'm kind of terrified to ask if that's like an actual anime or not. I don't recognize the name, but that doesn't mean anything. It is? Okay, good. I thought we might be playing Tease the Squirrel, which I encourage, but still. I did ask for something obscure. This is true. But there's obscure and there's like non-existent. I found it. You can watch it all in Greek. It's a kids show from 2002. I love it. Oh my god, I am learning so many new things today. I'm learning about life and love, but also life. Maybe quite possibly love, I'm not sure. And obscure children's anime. I don't know what I'm doing. I am lost. I did actually watch it on TV and like it's nowhere. It's like the anime that time forgot. And I'm here for it. Well, where did we hide this? Europe gets a bunch of obscure anime that then their dub uploaded to YouTube. Okay. It's about a cyborg cat who takes care of an old couple. Is it heartwarming or is it terrible? Because I feel like that could go either way. It's anarchic. Well, I like the sound of that. I'm imagining it's not like Rojin Z. Because I remember the Rojin Z being ultimately fairly depressing. Where are you, cat? Like, I know there was a cat that exists. Oh, it's a gag series. Okay. That makes me happy then. I feel happy to have this knowledge. Scooby Cat, where are you? But like, seriously though? We did see a cat. I know we did. I did not hallucinate this cat. I know it was by the water. Because I was afraid I was going to jump into the water. And... Hold on. I think I can see in my mind the area that it was in. Please do not attack me anymore, pink slimes. It is not my fault that I have no more need for you. Was it around here? No, this is Dangerville. Dangerville was not where we wanted to be. Because it will kill us, and we will die. Oh, but this is a rock chicken, so we'll take that for the cat. Where the fudge did you go, cat? Why must you be so difficult? There's only so many areas by the water. I refuse to die before we fed this cat. I'm not allowing it to happen. It was on a coastline. I know 100% that it was by a coastline. Now, Disco, do not fall into the water. Maybe over there? I almost feel like I want to watch the VOD to figure out what the frick I'm missing. No? What the heck? What's this? Where did the cat go? We've looped everywhere. We have gone into a loop. I don't want to risk losing my chimkin, so I can't jump into the water just to check. Right, these are the docks. We don't have the docks unlocked yet, so it's not there. What is this mystery cat? Finally? Did you see it? Because I didn't see it. Got a trailer commercial on YouTube for the new Minions movie. Are we pleased by this? Have people come back around to thinking that the Minions are but good, actually? Well, I can't go back. Oh, it's just funny. Okay. I wasn't 100% sure. Opinions, they kind of change on a dime. I'm looking forward to the return of Catholic Minion memes. I got one of these situations where my mouth is just like trying to work its way through what that possibly could mean, and I'm not coming up with any answers that I like. It's okay, Wasby. I figured where you're going with that. I kind of got the idea. This is real, by the way. People not joke posting serious Catholic Minion memes, mostly grandparents. What? It's just like, I am so glad for our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that a minion is the meme image? What the fuck? I don't quite know what to do with this knowledge, because it's canonical that the minions serve evil, right? Like, that's the whole thing, is that the minions can't exist on their own. They just constantly search for new and better evil overlords to serve. Are they, like, are they trying to say a thing? Is the thing that the Lord our God is evil? And if they are trying to say that, then you've got some very interesting grandparents. These grandparents, they're quite interesting. Which overlord is bigger than the Pope? I mean, on one hand, Ludo, you're not wrong. On the other, that's not usually a level of self-awareness that I commonly find among hardcore Roman Catholics. And I say that as being from a family of hardcore Roman Catholics. Like, I'm not just taking the piss to be a jerk. Grandparents love the funny banana men and think they're Catholic. Okay. I mean, I lost my last grandparent like 10 years back, so like I'm over that loss by now. It doesn't hurt me, but I guess I can only imagine that if that were not the case, if my grandparents were still alive, I would have minion memes to look forward to. Minions are just very syncretic. You can use a minion for anything. I mean, yeah, you know, yeah, you're right. That's true. I could see where you're going with that. I'm still kind of weirded out, but... You are a treasure pod. Your traveler's checks are here. I don't remember how those commercials even go anymore. Please, game, give me the slightest scintillion of direction here. What am I doing with my slime life? I'm glad that you're giving me an excuse to talk about both Minions and horror movies, one of which topics is one of my favorites in the world, but at the same time here, you know, I'm kind of feeling a little bit, you know, I don't have much to oh fuck. Okay, good, we didn't die. I thought that we were gonna go in the soup. And then my hard-earned chimkins would have also been in the soup with me. Are minions a gremlin type? Do they breed when dunked into water? Because I'm pretty sure that's a requirement for gremlins. Or at least like some form of explosive breeding is how you get gremlins. I'm gonna have to give up on this cat, and these chickens are going to be, they're just going to go to waste. We went over there, cat was not there. We've been over here, and I do not believe that the cat is over here. Are you open? You are not open, you are locked. I mean, as far as relaxing, this is amazingly relaxing, but as far as progress, there is exactly 0% progress on this stream. Chickens should form a union. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And as George Carlin once took such great pains to tell us, chimkins are decent people. Never hear about a chimkin hooking some dude's nuts up to a car battery? Just, you don't? Never see that in the news? Because chimkins are decent people. Now, giant cats, apparently, not so decent. I am so confused. Where the actual hell did we see this actual cat? How could this be so fucking difficult? Okay, we can't go there because that's blocked off. Right, that's all the same place. And there's no way to put down map markers. So that's kind of an issue. There is this island over here, but I don't think I can get to it. There's a whole giant world over there, but that's not gonna happen. Because I'm pretty sure that's blocked off right now. So where were you, cat? I kind of wish that we could put an overlay. Like, overlay the map on the actual screen. Because that would make things about 1 billion times easier for me to figure out what I was doing. There was no cat over here. The map feature is very lacking. As far as I can tell, there's no pins that you can put into it. There's no way to hover over things and get an info reading. It's a nice looking map. Like I'm not gonna take that away from it, but yeah, it's not like it's not super useful. It just looks pretty. Like my eyes. The map is a perfect metaphor for my eyes. That's because they're very pretty, but they're also completely useless. No, I teleported. I did not want to teleport. Did I? Wait, what the fuck? That's where we teleported to? We teleported to the secret island? It just... I thought that it was someplace completely different because it looked exactly the same as another place? Okay, good to know. That's a good thing to know. I like knowing that. What the hell? So... welcome back, Pancakes. I hope that you enjoyed your breakfast. We made a discovery of sorts. And that discovery was that I cannot differentiate different pieces of geography. And that's kind of a problem. So maybe the cat was over here? And we just never checked it out because we went here and came back by accident? That would be nice, because like these chickens are they're just sitting in my inventory. Not too much, really. We talked a little bit about obscure anime, and oh, you are Pink Gordo, so you also need to be fed. And then I got lost for like an hour, and I ran around in circles, and I think that's basically it. That is quite possibly the entirety. I am sorry, Tabby Slime, but I do not need you right now. I need fruits. Ooh, Stony Chimkin. Angry Chimkin. Woohoo! Now, oh, are those like new fruit? I feel like those are new fruit. That's a new slime that I do not currently have space to grab, but I will grab it later. I like that. I wonder if that water is shallow enough for us to walk in, because it seems like it ought to be, but that also seems like a really good way to die. Despicable Me is my favorite anime movie. I support you in your this is wonderful. We'll go with wonderful. I'm glad that you enjoy a movie. I think I've seen maybe all of 30 minutes of Despicable Me, and I've seen the entirety of the Minions movie, but only in Japanese, because usually they don't do subtitles for children's movies here. They only do dubbing. Now, where did our pink boy go? Because we saw a giant pink boy, and we would like to feed. Oh shit! No, I didn't. We talked about obscure anime such as Despicable Me. I guess I walked right into that, and I deserve it. So I gave up on finding the cat, the giant cat kid, and I was like, okay, that's fine, because we found a giant pink boy, and the giant pink boy is right there. Never mind. I was gonna say I can't figure out where the giant pink boy is, but giant pink boy is right over there. I will feed you, giant pink boy, and you better give me something. You better give me something that I really want, because I have the food that you desire. I don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna feed you whatever I've got. Except for the stony chimkins. There you are. You cannot hide from me. You will be fed, and you will like it. I hope? Please, devour this Q-berry. And another. And another. But how about some pogo fruit, my friend? Eat the fucking pogo fruit! Hens? That's... Nothing gave us hearts. So did we, like, we did not find its favorite food? But what about heartbeats? Perhaps it loves it some heartbeats. A little bit. It's hard to tell, like, if it's actually getting bigger or if it's just blorbing. But it does seem to be shaking more. And perhaps the shake is a sign that it will slimily reproduce. So we're just gonna grab just lots of random food, and we're gonna cram it down its maw, which seems like a terrible thing to do. Quite possibly. Maybe a more wholesome morbing is the blorbing. I'm gonna go grab some random food. Be right back. By all means, take as much time as you need. I would much rather that you have food in you than not. Yes, I'm gonna go with that. Like, I don't know what the appropriate ending to that sentence was, so we'll just go with not. I guess I'd rather you have food in you than food on you. That works. That seems not so gross. Oh, shit! Explosions! It's exploding time! Oh, we got a key! Fuck yeah! I want this key. And maybe we'll use this key in the grottos. Because I think the grottos had a door that we could open. I'm just glad we got two things fed. Two giant things fed. We opened up a brand new area. So I can't say that this stream was without any progress at all. I think I am going to need to figure out, like, how I'm judging progress in this game. just so that we could maybe set some goals for what we're doing. Oh, that's right. There was like a new slime type that I wanted to check out. True progress was the friends we made along the way. You're not wrong. And I like the sound and feel of that. Oh, we can totally get in here. That's a rock plort. I don't want a rock plort. I saw a new slime friend. Look, I want this. There we go. Puddle slime. Keep one in your boot and you'll always stay cool, but it's weird. Yeah, I think keeping a living creature in my boot just to make sure that I stay cool would be kind of weird. Game? That would be, as the kids say, kind of fucked up. Game? Perhaps you'd like to think about that a little bit more before you advise me to do things like that. Game? Alright, new slime type discovered. Areas explored. Plorts gathered. Isaacs binded. And we got to do a bit of a deep dive on Jason X. I'm not pinning a bow on anything yet, like we still got a half hour to go, but like it does make me feel good to have like a little bit done. Think about walking around with a slime in your shoe. I know, right? Like, even if the slime were okay with it, and I'd have to question that. Like, I'd really have to question if the slime were okay with that. But even if the slime were okay with that, like, I'd feel all kinds of weird. Now, I could have sworn I just saw a secret cave. So how would I access this cave without getting myself killed? See, the thing is, I would like to avoid the dying. Because that doesn't sound like fun. Woohoo! They're so happy. I do appreciate the fact that like the slimes in the wild just seem relatively chipper. Well, except the tar slimes, but I've got the feeling like if we could talk to the tar slimes, we would find that they've got their own issues. They've got their own fish to fry, as it were. Not just the fact that it's a living creature, there's a possibility that you'll kill it by stepping on it. And imagine the sliminess walking around. It's so gross. I mean, I gotta figure it's kind of like walking in flip-flops that have been left in a college dormitory shower. And that's disgusting. That's really gross. So, you know, that's a thing. Oh shit! No, wait, I'm so sorry. Slimes, come back. Slimies, come back. Now we're gonna take these puddle slimes, we're gonna put them in the grotto, because it seems like that would be a place they'd like to hang out. they can hang out with the phosphor slimes. Maybe they will breed into a giant mega slime of puddly phosphorousness. But even if they do not, I think they would be happy. Their diet is water. I don't know what to do with that information, so I'm just going to leave it be. Now, where was that secret door? Oh, wait a minute. The secret door wasn't in the grotto. The secret door was in the other place that looked like the grotto that had lots of phosphorus slimes. Right. Now I remember. Now we could totally get to that. And that was in not the overgrowth, but in like the base area that you start with unlocked. Just here, I think. Yeah. 20 minutes left on stream. Yes, this stream like blew by, and I don't know how that happened. But wait. I cannot suck up the golden slime? What the hell, though? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Gilded slime, fuck off. I do not need you. Oh, it's Claire! How you doing? I hope that you are very well tonight. I hope that life is being very gentle to you. And if it's not, I'll give it a pop in the nose. It's because of Jason X. I mean, you're not wrong, Ludo. I do think that the deep and heavy Jason X conversation did kind of make time fly. Oh, that is so nice, Claire. I am so glad that you got kiddo snuggles. Your kiddos just seem like absolute sweethearts. And that is cool. I feel like there was something more deep that I should have said there, but it just didn't, like, it didn't come to me. It's very slimy. We're learning a lot about ourselves, about the world, about life and love. And also Jason X, because, you know, that's totally a thing. Now, I'm also discovering that anytime that I'm actually looking for something, I'm guaranteed to not find it. It went on for a while. And the obscure anime Despicable Me. And how minions are syncretic, but also Catholic. Or syncretically Catholic. But like, I walked into this place accidentally a dozen times. And now it's right here. I just found it. It's right here. I'm gonna stop complaining. I'm just not gonna complain at all. Fine, game. You win. Okay? Game? You're a winner. A winner is you, game. Good for you. Making a liar out of me. Minions dictatorship. That sounds terrible. Alright, where is the slime key gonna take us? Hopefully to someplace wild and or woolly? Indigo Quarry! I've found the secret tech! Indeed. All the remains of a mining project that went quickly bust. I hope that we find some ghost skellies. Or what if they've got skelly slimes? I need them. I was always happiest when I was by my lonesome, Places like this old quarry really suited me, nice and quiet and mostly empty. So I figured that life on the far, far range would suit me just as well. And well, wouldn't you just know it, I come all this way and the first person I see, well, she changed how I saw things, I guess. Quiet wasn't good enough anymore. I liked her laugh. Woo! Tech is ours. Hopefully Skelly Slimes are ours. I mean, I guess I was playing Tainted Eve in Isaac, and I did get to make Skelly Blood Clots, and those are sort of like Skelly Slimes. Which feels like it's going to be increasingly difficult to actually say out loud, so I'm gonna not. Oh shit! We've got magma slimes? Get over here! Okay, pink slime, you gotta fuck off. Oh shit, I killed the magma slime! Except I totally didn't. They are explosive slimes. I love them. I love them forever. I don't know where I'm gonna put them so they don't make things explode. But I will hold them and squeeze them and call them George. Oh, I don't have any veggies for you! How I wish we could put pins on the map. Because we're never going to find this kid again. He's going to be lost forever. I will find you veggies someday, and I will feed you. I promise. But not today. Oh! We got a map! I like that. The slimes, all of them, have just got a look to them. It actually makes it kind of disappointing how blah the tar slimes look. And I think it's supposed to differentiate them as kind of like, air quotes, enemy subtype slimes that you don't want around. Because they just do look meh. But all the other slimes that I've seen have just got a very solid visual design to them. And I love them. What is that? What are you? Besides amazing? You're the glowing green slime dealies? I don't know what you are, but I want you in my life. No, come back. I need you. I did not want to throw away. Sorry about that. I want to get rid of this phosphor plort because I don't care about it. Because I need Magno slimes. Rad slimes! They're rad! Holy shit! I feel so 90s! Oh my god, I'm radioactive! What the actual fuck? The rad slimes make me radioactive? I feel all kinds of ways about this, and I don't like it. Is that a thing? Are we gonna get cancer? The game wouldn't give us cancer, would it? What the actual fuck, game? Why would you... What does that mean? I am confused and slightly disturbed. I mean, I will accept... I mean, the chickens are living nearby the slimes and they're not mutated, so I guess it must be okay. But I'm only accepting cancer in one game, and that's Isaac. What? What? What though? Hey, it's another one of those cool little ice slimes. I will find you. I will find you. And I will free you from your prison of existence. But not tonight. It's gonna have to wait. But I still love you. Oh god, it's the tar slimes. These guys are jerks. They're jerks and they have a bad look. Can I get up there? I would like to. Get up there? But also I'm like dreading whatever's going on with this cancer thing. Cause that seems like a lot to put in a kid's game. I hate how there's an invisible skybox that will just block us off when we go too high. But I don't know how high too high is. Maybe I'll get mutant powers. I mean, I would like that. That seems a lot cooler than anything else my mind is putting out. Maybe I could get like the psychic ability to commune with the slimes to more readily understand them. Again, I would like that. We could play we could play Twister. You know, I don't know if we know why Squirrel Girl has the powers that she has. But it could have been from radiation. I'm kind of hoping it wasn't, but it's not impossible. We're getting close to 3 hours. We're actually probably gonna be wrapping it up in like maybe the next 15 minutes or so. You finally have a day with no meetings? I am very happy to hear that. Are you still on banking holiday, Des? Are they still doing the whole like, hi, it's the queen, she's not dead yet, so everybody gets an extra day off? Alright, I want to get over there. But I don't think I can make this jump. So that's a problem. Maybe I can go the long way around. Because I would like to get back to home base. If the queen was really cool, like, she would just give everybody the day off forever. No more work necessary. Which just proves, it just goes to show, the queen, actually not very cool. Alright, I think this is where we came in. Because that was the message from Hunter Hearst Thompson. Wait, no, that's... I think I've got two different people mixed up there. Hunter S. Thompson and Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Who always looked like the biggest jackass. I know, I mean, books and covers and everything like that, but he just looked like a complete jag. He definitely looks like somebody who would, like, knock a kid's notebooks out of his hand. And I don't even mean, like, when Triple H was a child. I mean, like, Triple H as an adult would find a child walking down a school hallway carrying his books and would just, like, slap those books right out of that kid's fucking hands. That's the kind of face that he has. It's not his fault. He didn't choose that face, I understand. And yet, I feel pretty safe in this regard. Okay, rat slimes, please don't mutate everything else. This can't be healthy. And I'll put the boom slime here. Back today, not that bothered about the queen. I could go on about slavery and how she signed a shady process off getting people off an island, quietly allowed it, uprooted generations of families off their island. I mean, I would not argue with you, Des. I would 100% support any particular slagging on the queen that you would like to do. Also, I should probably make the walls here higher. Oh gosh, Des! I think that you would find everybody in chat receptive to that. And when was the last time being political stopped us from talking about anything? I'm pretty certain that we've had multiple streams that have been basically all politics all the time. I wonder if the stony hens like hanging out in the grottos? I mean, grottos are pretty stony. There you go, hens. Just chill there. I don't think anything here is gonna try to eat you. There you go. We're out there calling popes overlords. That's a thing that we periodically do. And I, for one, support that. I, as the streamer, endorse that message. Thank you, Claire. I thought I was the only one who was going to make that joke tonight. Nobody else picked it up and ran with it. I was starting to feel a little bit lonely. So I do appreciate you coming in and saving my butt. I've been holding back on purpose. Really though, Ludo? 'Cause you don't have to. Since stream's almost over, I'm going to take my leave. I hope you all have an absolutely amazing week and have an equally amazing day. And we will see you all soon. Pancakes, thank you so much for dropping by. As always, I think our... Crumbs. Hold on a second. I gotta... Give me 1 second before you run. Let me check what the week's schedule's gonna be. Because I posted it. And because I posted it, I immediately forgot. So let me super quick search. Next stream is... Thursday. Next stream's gonna be Thursday, Pancakes. And we'll be doing Slime Rancher again, so that's every good chance to hear more about 80s slasher movies. Oh, that's what you held back on. Okay. Ludo, I thought you were holding back on politics. I was gonna be like, nah, Ludo, you don't have to hold back on politics. But why would you hold back on the weed chicken, Ludo? Why would you leave me hanging like that? Des says, my mom came here as she was drafted in from the Queen to be a nurse to fill the skill gap. They colonized Malaysia. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for it. That's a whole kind of mood, Des. Ludo, please. Please. There's no reason to let that stop you. We'd love to have you. Pancakes, and you have a wonderful day and stay healthy. That's the big thing. Oh, hey! If we're too close for these things for too long, we'll rack up a rad count. And I bet if that rad count gets to like the full gauge, I bet we just die for the day. Oh, I haven't gotten any new star mail. That's kind of shitty. These particular slimes, Claire, are rad slimes. And actually, let's check out the Slimepedia. What the Slimepedia has to say about rad slimes. The radiance is so lovely it makes you sick. Their diet is veggies. They love Oka Oka. And the slimology is, it is unknown if rad slimes, sometimes called raddies, came to be from external radiation sources or something naturally occurring within the far, far range. Regardless, rad slimes emit such potent aura of radiation they glow in the dark. A rad slime's radioactive aura can induce rad poisoning in a rancher if they remain within it for too long. Ranchers are advised to monitor their rad exposure levels when handling these green blobs of gamma goo, as extended exposure can cause serious bodily harm or worse. And given that they're basically mobile batteries, it's no surprise that corporations value rad plorts for their incredible energy-producing capabilities. Most rad plorts get turned into plutonium, and everything from the latest holophone to radware microcook system runs on the stuff. That sounds terrible, and I do not want to send those to the corporations to do terrible things with. Yeah, yep, Des, some of the slimes are radioactive, and they will apparently fuck up your shit if you hang out with them for too long. So I'm gonna have to think of what exactly to do with these things. Also, I think they just made something explode. Or maybe this kid exploded. Boom Slime likes meat, and I think we've got some chimkins. So let's feed a chimkin to the Boom Slime. Oh shit, they're gone. The chimkins have all been devoured. Curses! Curses, chimkins! Let's see, we did have beets. Where were the beets growing? Because we could at least feed the rad slimes. These are our beets. We are the beets. We are the beets. We are the beets. Yeah. We are the beets. Okay. Eat your beets! Eat them! Eat them and grow big! I feed you, give me plorts. Oh fudge, I don't want the rad slime. I just want the rad plort. Oh god. It's gonna be kinda tough to harvest these plorts. On account of the intense radiation involved. Alright, let's sell off our plorts and let's put a bow on things. I wonder, we can't unlock... I don't know if there's anything that we can unlock quite yet. We need 10,000 for the lab and 5,000 for the docks. So we might be... Thursday's stream might be just doing a gentle ginning up of money stream, which is fine. Not a real big deal there. Breed Breed! Oh god, they've bred. We now have giant pink... Oh shit! How did you escape though? I made tall walls. Oh my god, you're such a jerk. The whole point of the tall walls is that you're not supposed to be able to escape. Dude? Where did you go? I've returned. Did you slime the ranch yet? I have giant pink radioactive slimes. So I believe we can count this as some form of success. It's success adjacent. Wait, why can't I... Why can't... Okay, I can scroll. I was getting kind of worried there. We don't have a water tank yet, so maybe we should get a water tank? Just to have one? It's only 350. Don't we already have the air drive? Oh, it's enhanced jetpack thrusters that consume 20% less energy, but double the fun. Alright. I am pleased. I am well pleased. And that brings us to over 3 hours, so I think we are gonna wind things down. Unfortunately, or fortunately. What a weird, wonderful, but also weird ass stream tonight. I feel like before Thursday, I feel like I need to load up on slashers so that I can bring the joy for the Thursday stream. I think I'm gonna make it my goal. I'm gonna watch Friday the 13th 6. I'm gonna watch maybe Nightmare 4, because that's the one that I've seen the least. But I've also got like really bad feeling on it, but maybe I should watch it again just to give it a refresher. It does have the roach kill, and the roach kill is special. Oh, Return of Swamp Thing, Ludo! Ludo, thank you! Because I would have forgotten. Also, is Return of the Swamp Thing the one where, like... Doesn't Adrienne Barbeau, like... Doesn't she peel off a big chunk of Swamp Thing that just looks like a cock? And eats it? Because I'm pretty sure that's a thing that happened. Also, what the hell is this note for? This makes no sense to me. Okay, I get random notes. That's fine. I mean, it's only like 10 years old, so... That's not a... It can't possibly mean anything of any significance right now. Return of Swamp Thing. Do not forget. Alright, so that's going to be my goal to do before the Thursday stream. Like, that's not in one of the movies? They do psychedelic drugs from a bud from the Swamp Thing that looks a bit like a dick. Okay. Good, because that's the part that I remember. I hate the fact that I remember that. So my goal, I don't know if I'm going to succeed at my goal, but my goal for Thursday's stream, before Thursday's stream, that I want to watch Return of Swamp Thing, Friday 6, and Nightmare on Elm Street 4. It does, it's like, it's one of those things that would kind of stand out in your mind. Can you stack slimes and make a slime tower? I don't know how, But I've seen slimes do that in the wild, Des. They'll just like jump out of the ground in a huge stack of slimes, and it's super cute, and I love it. So that could be something to kind of train for, but I don't know how to do that myself yet. Okay. What a night. What a day. I had a very nice day. I didn't even talk about my day, but I got to see a friend, and they were really cool people. And it's been a while since I've had human contact that's not work related. Even though the last coworker that I worked with was super cool. And I liked her. She's really cool. But it was nice to see a person that was not like a work thing. And they're very cool people, so that was a nice day I had. And then I got to hang out with all of you, and you are all super cool people. And I always have a wonderful time hanging out with all y'all. But my brain meats are getting pretty drifty, and my mouth parts are not working any better than they were at the beginning of the stream, which was, let's admit, not super great. So I am going to wrap things up here. I see you on PSN now and again. If you need me to jump into a game with you, let me know. Des, I will do that. And I would love to. I'll actually got to look up your PSN, because I don't think I've got you on my friends list yet, and I need to rectify that. But thank you, Des. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And oh, good, you are on it. Excellent. But that does bring us to the end. So to all y'all, please be taking care of yourselves. A happy Pride or Wrath Month to you, depending on which that you celebrate. If you don't necessarily celebrate it, if you've got friends that do, give them your support, because we could definitely use it these days. Drink all the water that you need. If you're on any medications, please be taking them on schedule. And know that there's folks out there who are rooting for your best life, who want you to live well, and that's me. I'm folks, but there's other folks too, but there's also me. I'm those folks. But that just about does it for us here this go about. So from me, Bisco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.